Proud of our guys. It was so great. One, it was a great honor for me to meet Colt's family tonight. One of the things when I first come here, I'm kind of a stat junkie and a history junkie of football. I love football, and obviously, when I was looking at taking the job, I researched, about the program and everything, and obviously what he did on the football field was unbelievable. And obviously, he was a very humble and gracious person to the fan base, and so it's a very honor for me to get to meet his family, and I thought it was great to get to honor him, tire his jersey tonight. Very, very fitting, and told his parents I'm honored to coach at the place he played. And so with that, I'm proud of our guys. Obviously, lots of ugly stuff, fumbling the ball. I think we fumbled the ball like 4 or 5 times. Luckily, we're hustling and got it back. You give them credit. They had some good receivers and did some good things. Obviously, we gave up too much defensively, gave up 2 long runs, and we just jump on the ground. The linebacker misses the tackle, safety jumps on the ground, and a lot of that, I think, was playing down a little bit, not having the intensity that we need to have. Very proud of us. Had 2 house calls tonight, scored 2 touchdowns on defense, and proud of our guys for the win. Ran the football. We're very physical running the football. I thought Dedrick did a great job. Didn't like the undisciplined with penalties. We had I think 7 or 8 penalties that you can't have. And then the biggest thing was just putting the ball on the ground. But our players, I tell them it's hard to win college football games, and so I like their fight. Had a lot of young guys too tonight. Thought some guys stepped up on kickoff cover. Our punt return is really not good. We got to catch the football. We practice all week. We're working very, very hard on it. It's just something that's a very, very negative thing right now because we're letting the ball hit the ground. We're losing all kind of yardage on it. Then we fumble the thing, and we've got to get that corrected. Thought we did a better job protecting and punting the football tonight. Made some changes there. So, but really proud of our guys. Proud to get the win. Obviously it was so awesome to see fans here. It was awesome to see the cheerleaders here. And obviously it's always awesome to see our band. I came out of the tunnel, I high-fived our cheer coach and our band director, and man, it was awesome to see people in the stands, and hopefully that'll increase from here. And I thought everybody did a great job, and it was just exciting not to hear the crowd noise on the loudspeaker and to actually hear real people cheering. So really appreciate them coming out, and excited to get back on a winning track and onward to Utah State. Very good football team on the road next week.
What's it say about Calvin Turner that he was able to come back from the injury with his hand and come back and score the big touchdown?
He did a good job. I think he had some type of finger injury or whatever, and did a good job coming back. I thought that was a big play in the game. That running the football is something that we're starting to develop a physical mentality. If we will eliminate the carelessness with the football and putting the ball in jeopardy, because things could have been a lot worse with all the fumbles that we put on the ground. Obviously, making some mistakes that are causing that. The one sack fumble is, we're making mental errors there that's creating those things happening. We got to throw hot. We got to throw hot off that, and obviously there's a learning curve there. And we challenged Braden. I think he was pretty efficient throwing the football. We didn't want him to put the ball in jeopardy, and even though on the one penalty he did, we don't want him to do that even when they jump off sides. But I think the biggest thing is, we're starting to develop a physicality about how we run the football, and I like that. Obviously, not having Day, I thought Dedrick did a great job. He actually broke the rock after the game, and I thought he did an outstanding job of stepping up and bringing it from I thought that was the difference for us, is being able to run the football like that.
First of all, Coach, congrats on the win. You mentioned it earlier, but just kind of talk about that home crowd environment, that home field advantage tonight, having real people back in the stands and not having like you said, on the loudspeaker. I
can't tell you, it's been a long haul. It's been a long haul. It was probably one of the strangest things were last year. Some of our staff members that are in here that was at the games last year, being in an empty stadium, especially Aloha Stadium, was really strange. I think it's really a completely different game, and so man, I was very grateful that we had our family and friends here tonight, and it was great to see. Just to see people smiling and excited and cheering, and because that's what it's all about, and so that was something that was awesome. I really am really excited about that, and obviously I'm hoping that we'll progress from here.
To follow up on that a little bit more, Coach, and by the way, congratulations. And, specific situations like, third down on defense and some other situations, that's not really simulated on that fake thing. And real people, they know that. And cheerleaders know to get the fans going on that for the ones who aren't educated on that. So maybe can you comment on like other specific situations besides third, fourth down on defense that might come into play?
Yeah, it's always, I think what drives the home field advantage is the students. The students, the band, the cheer, and the home crowd. And obviously being orchestrated with that, obviously when the other team's on offense, our band actually can't play while they're, going through their signals, but our fans can scream and holler. And so I think that's what makes college football. If you look around, you look at probably any coach that's coached any period of time, their home record is going to be a whole lot better than their road record, and I think that has to do with that. And then having people there that understand the game and having the band that obviously they know exactly how to engage the crowd as well as the cheer, but I'm ready in the near future to have a full house. And especially, I'm looking forward to seeing that student section full, and because that's really what drives when it's loud, it's a difficult place, and that's what makes it difficult. That's what makes it hard to play on the road. Is it's such being in a hostile environment. So, that's something that when you don't have fans, you really just lose that. That's a big disadvantage.
Coach, how symbolic do you think it was for Khoury Bethley, Calvin Turner, and Darius Muasau to all have those explosive touchdowns, and give your team that lift when you guys needed it?
Yeah, Khoury's was really, really exceptional. If you guys have watched us all year long, you always have these little things schematically that you have to kind of give up a little bit. And so when they get in 3-by-1, people have hit that little hitch on us quite a bit, and so what we kind of did, he kind of just baited it. They'd hit it a couple times, and man, it was all Khoury Bethley. That was an outstanding play. He is instinctive. He is, and I'll tell you something too. I don't know if I've had a kid. He calls a lot of the defenses. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll come over and tell me, hey, this, and this. Why don't we do this? And I usually will do it. It usually works. So. He really has a great football mind and intellect and great instinct, and then that's what I think him and Darius. Obviously we gave up way too much. We didn't play good defense tonight. I was not happy with how we played. I thought we gave up too much. The two big runs, and then just the little dink stuff, and it's 4th down and 6, and the guy throws the ball 20 yards over the guy's head, and we get a holding penalty. You just stuff like that. I thought we were close on the 4th and 10, getting a roughing the passer. Just stuff like that. We got to be smarter with that stuff. Early in the game, we get off the field and sack the guy, move him all the way back out of field goal range, and we got 12 guys on the field
in our nickel personnel. I mean, just stuff like that was not, that wasn't very characteristic of us defensively. There were some undisciplined things, but Khoury is and Darius, basically the same thing. We got a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. They'd been running that little bender inside of Darius, and then he kind of stayed narrow with it, and the guy went too far inside, and the quarterback threw it where he'd been throwing it, and Darius picked it, and then I thought he did a great job getting in the end zone. I was giving Khoury a little bit of a hard time because I kind of felt like Darius scored faster on his than Khoury did. So Khoury, I thought Khoury's going to start zigzagging. But I told him sometimes you got to do a little zigzagging to get in that end zone. So I was really, and we had talked about that. One of the things we're taking pride in, I think we're like third in the country in getting takeaways. That's one of the things I want to be. That's the number one goal that you have as a defense is get the ball back for your offense. And so we want to attack. There's a lot of things we're not, we tried to do that I think hurt us early, that I tried to do to increase our TFLs and our sacks and those type things. And we weren't able to do. We had to pull that back so that we could play solid defense. And so, but I am proud of our guys. They're very focused on getting the football. And then we talked about this last time. We had some strips. Khoury stripped the quarterback. We talked about scoring on defense, and so that was big. That's 14 points. So that was big explosive plays. And obviously Calvin's an explosive guy, and we need for him to do 2 or 3 of those a game. And I like him playing and getting some carries at tailback because I think that's where he there's certain things that he does that when he can get his shoulders square and break that line of scrimmage, he's pretty talented to do that. And so I think much of the year he's played a lot of wide receiver. I like him getting some carries there at tailback. So that was something that I liked tonight. And then hopefully we'll get we had Panay that was out tonight. That hurts us when he's not playing. Obviously we still got Cameron out. Chevin was still out tonight, but he's progressing. We were real close. We made a decision on him in pregame, and we just don't want to. We can't put somebody out there if they're not, 100%. And then obviously Day being out is a big force. So hopefully this next week we can get some of those guys healed up, and because we're playing a very good football team on the road at Washington State, at Utah State. I think they are actually leading that division. So we got a challenge ahead of us.
With their different skill sets and experience, did you enter the game with different game plans if, say, Chevin played or if Braden played? And
yeah, Chevin actually practiced on Tuesday and threw the ball and looked really good. But Braden took the rest of the reps the rest of the week, and so we did have a package for him and a package for Braden. And but also that's what's tough about a situation like that. You only have so many reps that you can get in, and I'm really proud of Braden tonight. I thought he was very efficient with the football. He was 25 of 29, and we talked about I think what happens to you go and have a huge win, and then you start trying to maybe do some thread the needle here and there, doing things a little bit, get a little bit overconfident. And so we talked a lot about taking care of the football. I thought he did a great job with that and distributing the football, and was very, very efficient with what he was doing. But hopefully we'll get some of those guys back because we got quite a few guys that are out, and that hurts us. I was really proud. We had some young guys step up on some of our special team stuff I really was proud of our kickoff team and what they did. I think Kyler's done a great job. I mean, he's kicked most of the balls out of the end zone. I think that's been big for us. And when he doesn't kick the ball out of the end zone, he kicks it with great hang time. And our kickoff cover team is rolling down that field. So very, very, want to compliment those guys. And I thought we obviously were better. Wanted to get the punt stuff fixed. Obviously, the punt return, letting the ball hit the ground is very, very frustrating. We're working extremely hard on that, and we've got to get that fixed, because that is, the first series there, heck, I don't even know. I think we might not even. I mean, we hold them. They punt the ball. We don't field it. It goes all the way down the 8-yard line. We go 3 and out. Punt the ball. They get on the 40. I think they make one first down, kick field goal. You make one first down, you get 3 points. So that's that. There's a lot of hidden yardage there. Hundreds of yards this season that we've got to eliminate. I mean, that's just ridiculous, and that's our job as coaches, get our guys prepared, and we got to do a better job of that. That's really, really, and it's just we've just struggled to have someone that's a natural natural at catching punts, and so we've struggled a little bit with that.
Coach, just kind of talk about Dedrick's performance tonight and just kind of the progression of the run game and the offensive line leading up.
I'm going to tell you, he has a heart of a lion. He's been in treatment with Wangi and them all week long, down on his back. I mean, his back. He's had some lower back issues and spasms all week. And matter of fact, I mean, I think was limited last week. And so, it was very. If you watch him run, he runs very violently, very physical, and that's one of the things I like about. I think our guys are developing that we're developing a physical mentality, and so very pleased with how and also our guys are wanting that. Our offensive line take great pride, and they want the guy to break the rock every week, and they know to do that they got to rush for over 250 yards to usually get them that rock. So very pleased with Dedrick. He was obviously who we picked to break the rock, and I thought he had great yards after contact. He also catches the ball really well and does some great things out of the backfield as well. So thought we did, and I thought Braden did a good job of just taking what they give him. We still are struggling. When we're running the ball, we can go so much faster. I want us to go faster and just run it into the end zone. And we still are learning. Still got a learning curve there. We're still not going at the tempo that I want to go, but we are running the ball downhill with great physicality. So the biggest thing we got to work on is, we got one goal on offense, to keep the ball out of jeopardy. And if we can't put the ball on the ground like that. On the same hand, we got guys hustling. I think we fumbled the ball 4 times, got all 4 of them back. And then we had the one that Braden lost when he got hit on a all-out blitz. And we just got to get the ball out and know where our hot's at.
It seems like Braden is very poised and beyond his years out there, and but you have to remember he's a young player, a young quarterback.
He's
and
very young.
There was the play you just mentioned. Was that something that he should have been able to check out of, or was it a timing thing where his time clock has to know his internal time clock?
It's just knowing where your hot's at, knowing where to go with the ball. Obviously it's a number. Football's personnel and mathematics, so mathematically they got a guy running with no one on them. You got to know where that hot's at, and we have a route right there. So you just got to go there. You look the wrong way.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, it's just learning.
There was this one play, like a few plays right before that we had us oohing and awing, where it was a pass to Jared Smart on the sideline, like threading the needle between 2 defenders, and great play on both ends for Jared to stay in bounds and make a courageous catch.
Critical down.
And then for a young quarterback to put the ball there too, it looked like a flash of something like a.
He's as talented. I've been doing this a long time. He's as talented as any quarterback I've ever had. I mean, he is very, very talented. He has got an unbelievable arm. He's going to be a great player, no question about it. And that was a phenomenal throw on 3rd down, I think in 10 or 12 is what that was. That was a big play in the game.
The coach talked about you spending the week with Wangi, just trying to get rehabbed and everything. What was that like, and when did you feel like you were ready to go?
I felt like I was ready to go the first day I went to Wangi. I felt like I didn't have a choice but to play because, these opportunities you just don't give up that easy. So you just strive to be the best you can every day and do as much work that I needed every single day in order to play. So I just was trying to see how my body felt throughout the week and push it to see how far I could go. I felt I was ready to play, and now we got today.
Great game tonight. How do you feel? And, it is Colt Brennan tribute night, so what are some of your favorite memories of Colt Brennan?
Wow, that's actually learning about Colt Brennan while being here, the leader he was and how highly everyone speaks of him. That's just amazing just to know how, even being gone, how you're still here. You know what I mean? Just being here and what he meant to this community is amazing. And being able to play behind him and after him and being able to honor him on his day was amazing to me. So Colt Brennan, amazing guy. Watching his film, amazing quarterback, a leader, everything you want to be, and he represented Hawaii and Hawaii football. So I just try to be as best of a Colt Brennan behind him I could be, just honoring him and doing my best, honoring him on his day.
First home game with fans in the stands, and could you talk about the kind of boost that gives you, and maybe about did you have folks like family or friends in the stands cheering you on?
Having fans in the stands is something very major in sports. This is entertainment, so I love to be an entertainer every single week. I mean, having fans in the stands is amazing. I did have some family in the stands that were cheering me on that I did see and take pictures with after the game. That's just something that I missed during the COVID years, just being able to see my family, my mom and my sister watching me on TV, just trying to make my family as proud as I can make them, Coming from where I come from, this is being all the way from Philly and coming all the way out here. This is a big dream, and a lot of people at home watch me, and it means a lot to those people that's watching me at home, seeing how well I'm doing here.
Were there family that made the trip all the way from Philly?
Not this game, because it was only able to be 1,000. So I will have some family in the later games as we expand the amount of people that could be here.
Great game tonight. 3 TDs. Just kind of talk about, what worked tonight, and just talk about how you were able to get, those yards and them scores, and then just talk about breaking the rock after, and just how, what that was like, just getting that honor.
It all came with preparation throughout the week. We trained really hard. We had a plan. We dominated that plan, and it wasn't really me. It was our line. I gave everything to my linemen. I mean, they deserve it all. And being able to break the rock for the offensive linemen, it felt good. Coming here, transferring from Howard, I bet on myself again. I was a walk-on at Howard, so being a walk-on and then earning a full scholarship at Howard and then seeing how far I could go, just betting on myself. As far as I can go, I came here, wait my turn, just being in the backfield, you will get a turn because it's a physical game. So waited my turn, and I seized the opportunity, and I was able to break the rock for my old lineman.
Dedrick, I know you mentioned opportunity. What was this week like, and preparing for the game with your back, and when did you find out and mentally prepare for being RB1 today?
I was prepared last week, actually, seeing Day go down. Our great back, y'all know how explosive and great of a back he is. Just being able to prepare every day. I push myself every day at practice, just pushing myself to see how far I can actually go. I actually did. I took majority of the reps. I didn't want to come out just to see and prepare and to get my stamina right for the game. So that was my whole preparation throughout the week, and it worked for me, and I was good to go. I knew Thursday that I'm like, okay, I'll be 100 for the game and make things happen.
Looking ahead, what does tonight's win kind of do for you guys as you guys go back into the Mountain West schedule, go on the road to Utah State next week?
I feel like it gives us a little boost of confidence, a little bit just knowing what we can do. We can run the ball downhill physically every single game, as you can see. I mean, we've done it every single week. So it just gives us a little confidence of moving the ball, running the ball, and really it's a celebration for today. And after today is on to next week, just preparing for next week, So that's the biggest thing for us, is just getting a win, getting our confidence built, and then prepare for next week and prepare to win.
Coach said on that interception, you baited the guy for a few plays. How'd you do it? What'd you do to him?
You know, last week Nevada, they kind of exposed that little hole in our defense. So first play of the game, I believe that New Mexico State, they came out and ran that. So just started taking away, starting to look at it. Came out in that same formation again, and just seeing the quarterback kind of just staring at him pre-snap. So I kind of just had a little instinct that they might come back to it, and I just read the receiver release, and just instincts took over and made a play.
So Coach Graham came in earlier and said that he thought Darius scored a little bit faster than you. Care to comment on that?
Man, that was me. Coach Graham just playing. Nah, but I don't know. Darius a little fast, but, you know, off-season workouts, I got him on the speed, on the little miles per hour GPS we do. But, you know, it was good. You know, honestly, it's a blessing to have both of us have two pick sixes in one game. It's crazy. So, you know, it's just a testament to just, I think, our defense and just how serious we take practice and how serious we take turnovers. Since I've been here, you know, we've never took getting turnovers this serious. And when you really implement it, you know, you speak it into existence and it happened. So we always preach and get the ball, and who's going to make the play. And we made plays today, and yeah.
You guys made plays today, and how does this team and how does the defense continue, you know, on the road against Utah State?
Yeah, you know, guys made plays today, and it was great. But, you know, still, we gave up a lot of yards today in the passing game. And next week, we got a great team in Utah State, and you already know that they're going to air the ball out on us. So we got to get back to the drawing boards, just keep that chip on our shoulder, and just come ready to play next week, get in the film room, study, and just get right. But, you know, we play hard, but we got to play a lot harder next week because it's be back in the conference play, and we need this win next week.
Khoury, you've played a lot of football for Hawaii, and just having fans back in the stands tonight, how special is that for you? And just talk about how it felt, you know, as a player, not having to listen to the loudspeaker with the fake noise. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Since I've been here, you know, the fans have been special, you know. I love it. And also just for the new players, guys like Calvin, guys like Dedrick, who haven't been able to experience that, you know, it's nice for them to be able just to see that and just see the energy that the fans can bring out here. You know, I love them. I love the atmosphere at Hawaii and just the football program and just the energy that the fans would bring. So it was definitely great. It's been a long time, like 2 years. So definitely looking forward to having more fans, but we're blessed to have people in the stands today and just have us, they had our back today, and we're just looking forward to the future.
As a follow-up for that, because, you know, it's significantly fewer fans and a lot of them are in the suite, so how much could you really hear? And, like, could you hear the cowbell? And could you hear it, like, on third down? Could you hear it a little bit more? And like, or did you have to kind of strain a little bit?
I don't lie. When I play, like, I feel like when I'm playing, most of the time, like, I'm zoned out, like, to really what's going on outside. I'm really just focused in. But there was a couple times when there was timeouts called, like, before they hiked the ball on third downs, that you could hear the fans getting a little noise going in with the band as well, too. So, I mean, it's great to have that feeling again, especially at home, because when it's on the road, it's tough to, you know, feed off the other team energy or the other crowd's energy. So it's nice to have our own home fans again and just be able to feed off that energy.
But getting more would be good, right?
Yeah, getting more would be great, but at the end of the day, we just blessed to be able to have the opportunity to play in front of people. So